3 people are dead, a family shattered. It all happened in an instant on the Florida Turnpike. But what if this wasn't just a tragic accident? What if it was the predictable, deadly outcome of a clash between two Americas? One that believes in sanctuary and open doors, and another that is now demanding law, order, and a secure border. Today, Florida is declaring war on the policies that its leaders say led to this tragedy. They're cracking down, ramping up checkpoints, and calling on the federal government to punish the states they say are putting American lives at risk. This is the story of how one horrific crash ignited a national firestorm over who gets to drive on our roads. And trust me, you're going to want to see how this unfolds. Last week, a commercial truck driver on Florida's Turnpike made a maneuver that should never happen. The driver executed an illegal U-turn, crossing the median into the path of oncoming traffic. The result was a catastrophic collision that claimed 3 innocent lives. It was later revealed the driver was an illegal immigrant who, according to Florida officials, should never have been behind the wheel of a massive commercial vehicle in the first place. At a press conference in Live Oak, Florida, Attorney General Ashley Moody's chief of staff and acting Attorney General James Uthmeier didn't mince words, describing the driver and a heartbreaking outcome, someone that never should have been given a driver's license, much less a CDL license to drive larger commercial vehicles, engaged in reckless behavior that took 3 lives. Making the situation even more infuriating for investigators, the driver ignored a clear warning sign. Right where the driver made that fatal turn, there's a sign that reads, "No U-turn, official use only." It's a path reserved for law enforcement and emergency responders, not for an 18-wheeler in fast-moving traffic. Officials argue this wasn't just carelessness. It was a profound failure to comprehend the basic rules of the road, a failure they say starts thousands of miles away. How does this happen? Florida's Attorney General says the blame lies with so-called sanctuary states. While Florida explicitly forbids issuing driver's licenses to illegal aliens, states like California, Washington, and New Jersey have policies that allow it. They issue licenses, including commercial driver's licenses, or CDLs, to individuals regardless of their immigration status. Proponents of these laws argue that it makes the roads safer by ensuring all drivers are tested and insured. But Florida officials call it a dangerous loophole that exports risk to other states. Attorney General Uthmeier questioned how someone who can't speak or read English could possibly pass a legitimate CDL exam. If you can't read street signs, how are you going to drive large commercial vehicles, 18-wheelers, tractor-trailers, in a safe manner? This is the heart of the issue. A license from one state is typically valid in all others, so a CDL obtained in California or New Jersey allows a driver to operate a big rig anywhere in Florida, including Florida's busy highways. Florida leaders say this tragedy is proof that the system is broken and is being abused. In response, Florida isn't just pointing fingers, they're taking aggressive action. They've launched a massive crackdown to comply with a new executive order from President Trump, which reinforces a long-standing federal law that commercial drivers must be proficient in English. Florida's Agriculture Commissioner Wilton Simpson announced that his law enforcement division is becoming a force multiplier in this effort. Their mission is expanding. A law is not just looking for agricultural bugs, but we're also looking for drugs and thugs. Here's what they're doing right now. First, all of their sworn officers are now 287G certified. This is a crucial detail. The 287G program essentially deputizes state and local officers to act as federal immigration agents, giving them the authority to identify, process, and detain illegal immigrants. Second, they are beefing up their 23 interdiction stations at points of entry into the state with new pullover lanes and advanced X-ray machines that can scan entire trucks as they pass through. And third, they're getting results. Just last night, they arrested another illegal immigrant, Roberto Carlos Vigara, driving a commercial vehicle in Bay County. He had a license from New Jersey and is now under an ICE hold set for deportation. In the last year alone, the department has already arrested or turned over nearly 1,550 illegal immigrants to federal partners. Florida's crackdown isn't just happening at its borders. Attorney General Uthmeier is taking this fight directly to the Trump administration, demanding that the federal government hold these sanctuary states accountable. Our office is calling on the federal government, the United States Department of Transportation, to revoke CDL programs in California and Washington. He didn't stop there. He called for revoking the programs and stripping any federal funding tied to them for any state engaging in these practices, including New Jersey. And it looks like Washington is listening. The Trump administration has already begun to act. Secretary of Transportation Marco Rubio recently announced that the federal government will be revoking all visas for non-citizen laborers operating commercial vehicles. The Department of Transportation has also launched an audit into the CDL programs of these states. This sets up a major showdown over immigration, public safety, and states' rights. For officials on the ground, the mission is clear and has been given new life under the current administration. We're going to have law and order in this country. The border is closed, we're sending people out, and we're doing it faster than ever before. We're making America safe again, believe me. ICE Field Office Director Garrett Ripp echoed this sentiment, expressing frustration with how the issue has been perceived. How is it possible that we've come to a place where now we're sympathizing for people that are trying to come into the country and break the law? Florida has drawn a line in the sand. With the backing of a federal administration focused on interior enforcement, the state is moving aggressively to get unqualified drivers off its roads and deport those here illegally. The message from officials in Live Oak was unmistakable. Florida is not a sanctuary, and under the new national policies, the entire country is shifting away from the failed approaches of the past. As Commissioner Simpson put it, we're just getting started. This is more than just a traffic safety issue. It's a flashpoint in the nation's ongoing immigration debate. It raises serious questions. Should states be allowed to create policies that have dangerous ripple effects across the country? And is this federal crackdown the right way to restore order and safety to our nation's highways? This story is still developing, and we'll be following it every step of the way. What do you think about Florida's actions? Is this a necessary move for public safety or an overreach? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We dive deep into stories like this every week, so if you want to stay informed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And finally, what topic should we investigate next? Your suggestions drive our content. Thanks for watching.